What's up everyone, Andrew Baena here, and we are doing another unboxing video. As I mentioned in my last video, I feel absolutely spoiled being able to do stuff like this every single month. I appreciate it, it's awesome, and on this video, we have a company that I have not worked with on this channel before. We're going to be taking a look, not this way, at one of the new guitars from Jackson. Also, by the way, if you want to get a Live, Laugh, Love Deathcore shirt, you can find a link to that in the description below. While we're doing this unboxing here, a little fun fact you may not know, you probably don't know, is the second and third guitar I ever had in my life were actually from Jackson guitars. Way back when I was 13 or 14 years old, I had this really cheap, Squire copy that my parents got me from like Costco or something like that for Christmas is what I meant to say. And after a while, I wanted to upgrade to something nice and fancy, so I ended up getting a blue Jackson Dinky, which was probably one of the cheapest offerings that Jackson made, but it looked so much cooler than my Strat knockoff. I was so excited. And then after that, I actually switched to a Jackson Kelly, which is kind of their Explorer style shape. So I've had Jacksons in the past, but I've never had one that's more than like $300. So this one will be quite a bit different than those. And also that was like almost 20 years ago. Ugh, that hurts to think about. Anyways, let's continue opening the box here and see what we got. Oops. Okay, that was one of the easier unboxings I've done. In the package, we have strap locks from Dunlop strap locks. That's a little bit of a tongue twister. Anyways, Dunlop strap locks right there. Next up, we have a quite simple little gig bag. This is a little bit on the flimsy side. I definitely wouldn't trust this to have very much padding, but hey, it's always nice when a guitar comes with a case. Okay, let's unzip this case and see what we're looking at over here. Not quite just yet. We got some foam to unwrap. All right, let's get this open. Let's do it over here. Take a look at that headstock. All the sparkles. That's right. You already know what it's going to be. This is like the stickiest guitar of all time. Almost. Okay, so we have a Jackson Modern Dinky 7-string. This is the MDK Modern Dinky in the gold sparkle finish, and Jesus Christ, is it ever gold and is it ever sparkly? That looks absolutely insane. I don't really know how this happened, but the hang tags at the top are like completely wrapped around the bottom string, so we're gonna have to cut those off. First thing you'll notice, obviously, is the giant EverTune bridge. I am a massive fan of EverTune. I have it on a few of my other personal guitars that I use all the time. I surprisingly don't have a 7-string with an EverTune on it for some reason. I've had a couple in the past, but this was a great opportunity to work with Jackson, and obviously this is the one I asked for because that fills that void for me, and also it just looks so sick. This guitar also has the Fishman Fluence modern pickups. It has a volume knob, a tone knob, and a 5-way pickup selector. And the tone knob is also a push-pull to activate the different voicings that are available on the Fishman Fluence pickups. Flipping it over to the back, you can also see that 3-piece neck, which looks like maple and Venge, I believe. And on the headstock, we have those Goto locking tuners. Again, a better look at that headstock because that in particular looks absolutely sick with that sparkle. Like, it looks great on the body, but for some reason, I think it looks even cooler on the headstock. So as usual, I will be doing a full demo and review of this guitar in the very near future, but on unboxing videos, what I like to do is plug it directly into my interface and show you what a heavy high gain rhythm tone sounds like right out of the box. This is the same experience that you should get if you buy one of these guitars. Speaking of buying one of these guitars, Jackson did not pay me for this video, but they did send this guitar over to me. However, if you're interested in buying one for yourself, there are affiliate links to Sweetwater in the description and the pinned comment below. If you buy something over on Sweetwater, it directly helps my channel, and I'd appreciate that a lot. Now let's plug this guitar in and get some heavy rhythm tones going, shall we? Okay, we have the guitar plugged directly into my interface, and we are going to be using the Auto Audio 1111 plugin with their accompanying impulse responses. In this case, I'm using the War Y'all pack. So if you like how the tone you're about to hear sounds, go check out the link in the description and the pinned comment below. Big thank you to them for partially sponsoring this video. You can get a free trial of the plugin as well as 50% off using the discount code on the screen right now. With that being said, here is a high gain, heavy rhythm tone. Yeah, this sounds sick. This is a far cry from the old, cheaper Jacksons that I used to play when I was 13 years old, and I would hope so, because this one definitely costs a pretty penny. But for real, this guitar sounds absolutely brutal. I love how this thing sounds, and it feels amazing. One thing that I noticed that's a little bit different than most other guitars I have is that this one doesn't have a volute. I guess I need to flip it this way. So it doesn't have like a little, I think guitar nipple is what my friend Henning Pauly would call it. It just goes straight into the neck right there, or sorry, into the headstock rather, which is interesting. It obviously doesn't change anything in terms of playability. I'm just so used to feeling a bump around this point of the back of the neck. So it's interesting playing a guitar that doesn't have that. I don't think any of my other guitars feel that way, which is interesting, and I never really thought about that till just now. But yeah, these Fishman Fluence pickups sound absolutely killer. The finish on this is so sick. Like, I don't think you can go wrong with a sparkle finish. I don't know if I've ever seen a sparkle finish that looks bad, although you can prove me wrong in the comments below, I'm sure. But yeah, this thing just looks absolutely sick. I have it tuned to drop A. It feels like the strings that came with this guitar are a little thin for my liking, especially for this tuning. You can see it wiggling around a lot over on B-Cam, but luckily that doesn't really matter because it has the EverTune, so it's gonna stay in tune anyways, which is lovely, and one of the reasons I am a big fan of EverTune. Yeah, this sounds awesome. Just wanted to try a little bit of that split coil sound as well, which sounds also amazing. Like I said earlier, I will be going through all the specs and features of this guitar in a future video coming soon to this channel. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to hit that button and the bell and whatever else every other YouTuber says if you want to see the full demo of this guitar. You're not going to want to miss it. And in that video, I'll be going over a bunch of different tones and all the different positions and pulls and pushes and all that good stuff. But in this video, all I really care about is my favorite position, bridge with a heavy high gain rhythm tone, because that is what I do 99% of the time. That's pretty much all I have to say for this video. Again, a massive thank you to Jackson Guitars for sending this over to me. I hope this is the beginning of an awesome relationship between myself and them for future videos on this channel. If you liked this video, go tell Jackson so they'll send me more cool stuff that I can demo for you guys. Also, like I mentioned earlier, a big thank you to Auto Audio for partially sponsoring this video. The link to their plugin and impulse responses is in the description and the pinned comment below. And of course, last but not least, if you're interested in audio downloads, guitar tabs, stems, or a shout out on the screen like these lovely people here, you can find information about all of that over on my Patreon page, which is also linked in the description below. That's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stick around for the full demo of this guitar coming soon, and I'll see you next time.